What you're going to be listening to today is chapter 1, A Woman's Work. And that's what I'm going to be reading to you. And that's what you'll be hearing. And you might find that makes sense. I've heard that. That sounds about right. So, there you go.
Chapter 1. This is Chapter 1, the second tape. Chapter 1, Why and How Women Are Exploited by Men Worldwide. Chapter 1, A Woman's Work. Please continue this from the previous chapters. I know I don't need to tell you that, but this is to be combined. This is chapter 1, and it's just a continuation. At some later point, these are administrative notes, obviously. I may have to rearrange things, but here we go. Men categorize, or maybe women have, in some instances, by circumstance or by choice, put categorizations on themselves. But I tend to think it's the previous rather than the latter. By categorization, I'm speaking specifically of men or males, change men to male. Males men put females in various categories in terms of their role, the role that these women will play to them or for them. I'm going to list 11 categories, and then I will go. I'm going to list 11 categories, and then I will give a little detail about each of those categories that men worldwide put women and females in. Category number 1, village, V-I-L-L-A-G-E, pussy, 2 words, P-U-S-S-Y. Village pussy is, village pussy refers to females who live and remain in a guy's family's home, village, town, city, but usually it's a woman or girl who is living in the traditional home place that this guy and his family is from, while this guy lives in the urban area of that particular state or country and works there, has his home there. Just on holidays, special holidays, and in some instances maybe on some weekends, this guy will go back to his home where he is viewed by this woman who is considered as, or women who are considered as village pussy, is someone who her circumstances may be that she's really in love with this guy and feel a lot for him, but she's, or more importantly, she's in hopes. Well, first of all, when the guy returns home, he is a source of wonderment. He is seen as the city dweller. He often will bring little trinkets back home, money in terms of and food items. So, he is seen as someone who is to be looked up to. And it is the woman's hope that, in fact, she may even consider herself his wife or woman, for when he's home and just see him as someone. Category 2, the guy's baby's mother. It could be one woman who has his baby, or it could be 30 who has had a baby for him. But he's got all these interconnected and relationships with various women who he has had a child with. Category 3, the freak. That's the woman who's like a groupie, someone who will do anything and everything that the guy wants and enjoys sexually. It doesn't require any commitment on his part. It doesn't require anything other than just getting together with her and having a freaking good time. And that's the end of it. He doesn't have to follow up or call her or ever see her until he wants to freak again. Category 3, the booty call female. Now, the booty call female can also be someone he freaks with, but often it doesn't have to be. It can just be someone that he has sex with. But the booty call woman is just that. She's there, she's available, and she will have sex with him. A lot of times, unlike the freak call female, the booty call female may actually be someone who has feelings for this guy and would like to become more than a booty call, or may not actually see herself as a booty call. And a booty call is when everything else is closed, a last-minute call, like, 11 p.m., 12 p.m., 1 p.m., hey, what you got on, what you doing, why don't I come by? That's the booty call. That's somebody that never takes you to a movie or dinner or a McDonald's. He just strictly comes, have sex, and he's out of there. Then there's the banker female. The banker female is a woman that whenever this guy needs a car note payment, or he runs out of gas, or his child support payments he doesn't have, he calls this woman and she either gives him cash or lets him use her credit card. Category number 6, the domestic. The domestic is the woman or women that will come and clean up his house. They will take his clothes to the laundromat and wash them. If ironing is required, they will do that. They will cook meals either in his house or at their house and take it to his house for his enjoyment and him and his buddies and / or other females to enjoy. Whatever domestic chores he needs to have done, this is the woman that will come there and do it. Now, he, like with all of these women, will have sex with them if he really has to. Some of them, he finds so despicable he'd just rather not have to have sex with them, but he will if he has to. That's category 6, the domestic. Then there's category 7, the pal buddy person. And I say person because this is the one, category 7, where that pal buddy could be a female or it could be a male. And it could be, and when I say it could be a male, I mean it could be a gay male. Or it could be a bisexual male. That you're not, as a female, aware that this is a homosexual relationship between him and this buddy, this pal, this guy that he's so tight with. They're always about each other and at the basketball game together. Many times, that guy, that's his buddy, even though the guy's married with 4.3 children, is bisexual or homosexual. He can have a female that is his pal or buddy that does all the things that he enjoys as a male, games, football, talking about football, cursing, whatever else he does as a male. This female is someone he can do that with, and in addition to doing those things and enjoying those social things with him, he also can and do and will have sex with her. No strings attached. Then you have category 8. The category 8 is a female who is the protector for this guy. The protector of this guy from other women. By that I mean, no matter who this guy's interested in or is talking about dating or is dating or has gone out with, when he comes back and talks to this or mentions it to this female, she's busy explaining and showing him why this woman isn't good for him or is trying to play him or bringing up the female's perspective that she's going to share with him to ensure that he has an advantage over the female that he's talking about. Then you have category 8. That's the woman in the church. And this is a woman who, whatever religion or church or group that she's a member of, or they are a member of, he will go there and basically know that there's this, I'm going to call it, harem of women who are sweating and shouting and twisting and turning and wearing hats and spending their babies' food money to come into this church and look good and hope that the few ex-convicts that have visited the church will be one that will pick up on them. And if they're not ex-convicts, all well and good. But this is a woman, supposedly she's in the church, and I mean physically she is, but that doesn't deter either her or him from getting it on in the name of the Lord. Okay? Then you have category 10. Category 10 is the woman who does this guy's typing, research, or any other administrative kind of work, accounting. If he's in school, she will type all of his term papers. If, throughout his school, his education, he will have a woman or women who will be the ones that will take care of all of the typing and the research of his work. Now, he doesn't have to be in school. This applies if he has a small business or if he's on a job. This is the woman that no matter what he needs done and how much it is, that he will carry this to her or them, and they will work on it diligently. So, in essence, when the guy gets the law degree or the PhD, the woman gets the boot because she has no purpose whatsoever for him after that. And hopefully, from his standpoint, hopefully he's met somebody else because he has worn her out. She's never been paid for it other than perhaps an occasional sexual encounter or the hope of a sexual encounter. Then lastly you have, last but certainly really important, you have category 11. That's the mother figure. That's this woman, although he is having sex with her, and she's by all means wanting to have sex with him, she could be his age, younger than him, or older than him. But her role and her position and interest is to concern herself over this man's well-being as though he was her child. Do you have a fever? You're wet. Change your clothes. Let me pick up after you. Every detail and everything that most women will do for their children, this woman will do for this guy until he's 100. And he'll sort of scoff and complain, "Oh, leave me alone. Oh, I don't care. I don't want to do it." And it's a part of the game that both of them play. He makes pretend he doesn't want this, while he does and need it and couldn't function without it. And she fusses with him about these things, knowing that he's not going to change because he has her there to serve as his mother figure. Those are the 11 categories of women, categories that men put women in, and women allow themselves or step into being in regarding guys.